One of the main differences that I see between men and women these days is the mindset they have about the other sex when it comes to things like dating and relationships. Mindsets which in some cases are diametrically opposed to one another. For example, generally speaking, I think men tend to look at the positive when it comes to looking at the characteristics a woman has when he's assessing her as a possible mate. So much so that often they blind themselves to the obvious negatives. For women, on the other hand, generally speaking, I see it's the exact opposite. Instead of looking for the positive attributes a man has, they instead dwell on the negative. So much so that, as I've said many times before, a guy can do 99 things right, but that one thing he does wrong, well, that's going to become her entire focus and how she judges the man and his worth. But it's not just in dating that this happens. It carries on throughout the entirety of the relationship. Guys in relationships tend to focus on the good. Women, well, they're laser focused on the bad and making sure it's not just them, but everyone that knows about the bad. Often to the point, they'll go on social media and make videos like this one.
Here's the thing about invisible labor. Oftentimes the person who benefits from it doesn't see the work involved, they just see the end result. A husband comes home from work and he sees a clean kitchen, but he didn't see his wife washing the counter, sweeping the floors, and mopping. He didn't see her unloading the dishwasher. He didn't see her folding the laundry and hanging it in the closet. He sees the end result, which is a clean house, but he didn't see any of the work that went into making it that way. He sees that there's a paper towel roll available to him, but he doesn't know that she bought them at Costco last week and she's the one who restocks it every time it's empty. He doesn't see these things because it's invisible to him and because he's never been responsible for doing it. And this is how so many men move through life. They have absolutely no idea the invisible labor that went into making their lives run as smooth as possible.
Now, women think I get angry when seeing these videos, mostly because that's the reaction they're hoping for. But the truth of the matter is, for the most part, I just laugh because they're showing so clearly who they actually are as women, as human beings. And if men take a step back, take their blinders off and actually listen to what these women are saying, they'll be able to see them for who they really are. Like in the video I just showed you, not to mention all the comments on it from other women. You see, I truly appreciate them making videos like this and putting those comments on them because it allows us men to see these women for the toxicity they have and how, in fact, they project onto men the very things that they are guilty of. I mean, really, ask any man the last time his spouse or significant other showed any acknowledgement or appreciation for something he did. The answer you'll get from men overwhelmingly is never. The next response you might get is that it happened once or a handful of times. And usually it's so rare that it happens that guys can remember it vividly right down to how long it's been since it happened. Of course, when you put that out there to women, they deny that's the case. Women will declare they do show appreciation for men, but men just don't see it, which is really nothing more than fallacy and wishful thinking on their part. Or they'll say things like, "What? You want acknowledgement for doing the laundry or dishes? Things that you should have done anyway? Grow up already." Somehow they think demeaning the man they supposedly love, is a good thing to do. Yet, here they are, demanding that they get acknowledged and appreciated for doing those very same so-called mundane things. And it also shows how they'll go to great lengths to point out to the whole world all the bad traits their significant other has, because doing so makes them feel, what's that phrase they love to use to justify their toxic behavior? Oh, right, it makes them strong and independent. All I can say is that we men, we need to appreciate the women who are doing this, for showing us just who they are and who today's modern women are, for showing us just how they'll treat us or any man in a relationship. Of course, that only works if we men take our blinders off and see it for what it is, the hypocrisy, double standards, and toxicity of today's modern women. The good news is, men are doing just that. And what's funny is women are completely oblivious to what's going on. And it's why they wonder why men are done, why they're walking away, and why men want nothing to do with them.